Hello YouTube, this is Matt Pullen, and I'm here on the Internet Chess Club. Let's do some checkmates. You can practice the basic checkmates against online computer opponents, which figure for this video I'll just go through them all, just for fun, to show you how I perform these mates, and I can explain my my thoughts behind the moves in the process. So let's start with King Rook versus King. Now I'll go pretty slowly, more slowly than I would do this ordinarily. So first, well, I will move my king as close as possible to his king, and now I will move my rook, cut off the 5th rank, and I want to systematically take away ranks and files from the king. You could do it, one back rank check at a time, like try and set up the situation where, the kings are opposite each other and then check and then force his king to go back a rank and then repeat the process, etc. But I'm not going to do it that way. First, I'm going to waste a move, just, mirror the position. So now his king went to the left. I want to bring my my rook to the left to take away the E file. Now I want to take away the D file. And see, now I'll use my rook to take away the C file, because if he attacks the rook with his king, I will be able to defend it with my king, like so. So by defending it, I force black to show me where he wants to go with his king. So black went back a rank, so I will take away the 6th rank from him. And he went back another rank. I can't play rook c7. That's not safe yet. So I think I'll just play a waiting move, king c5, and another waiting move, king b5. So if he had gone back with his king, I would have played my king forward. Since he went to the side with his king, I'm going to move my rook to the left, forcing him to go to the corner. Now I'll just come to the other side, and it's checkmate. So that's King Rook. Let's go to King Queen. This one's more opportunities for stalemate here, but is easier. First, I'll play the rook, queen to the 6th rank, confining him to this box here. And now I'll just move my king in. The next move will be queen to the bishop 3 square, like either c6 or f6 or f3 or c3. So in this case, I'll play queen f6. When I play the queen to the to the bishop 3 square, his king has to go to the back rank. So here he went to h7, so I will play queen g5, now confining him to only the h file. I'll put my king where the queen once was, and then checkmate on the knight 2 square. Let me just show you this. Let me show you that one more time. So this position, well, it's fairly easy here since he's so cut off. Again, I'll play the queen here. He only has one move, king h7. So now I'll confine him to the h file and bring my king into the bishop 3 square, and then mate him on the knight 2 square. Again, maybe it'll give me a harder one this time. Again, this is also pretty easy. So bring the queen in here. And then, well, alright, enough of that one. Alright, so I did king rook, did king queen. Let's do king and 2 bishops. Now, I admit I didn't take this mate very seriously, before. I know I made a video about this, but it's, I sort of knew what to do. I didn't have, a strict procedure behind it, because there's no, the 2 bishops, it's hard to lose progress. I mean, yeah, there are some stalemates that you can accidentally fall into, but it's not, there aren't many critical moves in the 2 bishop checkmate. So I actually think I watched a Chess Network video on YouTube where he had this method where first he occupies the 2 of the center squares, and then he tries to like slide the defense over. a man. So I'll bring my king in, take away that square. So I want to slide the bishops toward his king. So I slid the bishops, one square up. Now take this corner with my king. Now I want my king to be on this ring right here. So I want to oppose his king with my king. And now, first I'll improve the position of this piece. So I need to take away h3 from him. So I'll take away h3. Now I want to take away h4. Now I want to take away g7, so I'll do that with my king. And here I will I'll take away h6 first. C. I want to take away let's take away e8. So then I will check him and then play my king over. Now he's confined to 2 squares. So I'm just going to waste a move here with my bishop. He doesn't have f8, so I will take away g8 first with check, and then I will take away h8. That is the 2-bishop checkmate. And I'll do this one more time, but faster. Bishop, where is it? The bishop mate. So the procedure starts out by occupying the center, or in this case, he made it easy for me. And now bring the king in. I want to get the king in front of the bishops. See, I'll take away e8. Bring my king over. See, I want to take away d8, but I can't right now because my bishop wants to go to e7, so I'll waste a move. Now I'll take away d8. Now I will take away, I'll take away a7 with my king. So if he goes to c8, I'll be able to play bishop e6 check and drive him back to the corner. So check, check, and mate. All right, that's the 2-bishop. Now I'll do the king, bishop, knight. How are we doing here for time? Oh, plenty of time. King, bishop, knight. This, all right. Again, this was another mate that I didn't quite take seriously enough. I sort of knew how the bishop and knight work together. Like, I know if you put them 1 square apart like this, like the knight is hitting the dark squares and the bishop is hitting the light squares that are next to the squares the knight is hitting. So they sort of complement each other if they're like 1 square apart, like if this knight is on g4 or e4 or e2. So I knew about that relationship. I hadn't like read about the procedures for doing it. Like, there's a procedure like if you get him to the wall, there's like a W maneuver with the knight that I'll talk about a little later. But first, let's see. I want to. The first step is to shove him towards a corner. He's already in this corner, the the A1 corner. So how can I prevent him from escaping this corner? See. I can put the knight on d3 and the bishop on d5. Knight d3, king b3. Then the bishop, but then his king can come to c3. See, my king is in a bad position here, but I really don't want to allow him to escape the corner. Oh, maybe if. All right, I think knight d3 is the correct move here. I think this first part is like the most difficult part for me. I need to get organized. Once I get organized, then I'm doing all right. So I think I'll start out by defending the knight this way. Now I can bring my king in. And see, I want him to go to the light square corner, but he's probably going to run to the dark square corner. Alright, so I will check him, and I'll stop him from going down, and I'll defend the bishop. check him, and then see if I come up with the king. See, now where do I need to get the knight? I need to get the knight to I need to take away this dark square, g5. So now check him, and I just sort of we'll check him again. I'm doing this inefficiently. Alright, but at least now I can get him to the corner, at least. So there. Improve the position of this knight. Okay, so here's what we want. We want to get this knight now that he's in the wrong corner, we need to get him over to the right corner. So this knight needs to go here to control the corner square, take away h8. So let's take away h8. Now I want my bishop to take away g8. So to do that, I need to wait a move. So now I take away g8. And now my knight, the next moves for my knight are going to be in a W maneuver. So the next move is e5, then d7, then c5, and then b7. To complement this, my king is going to play to e6, to d6, to c6, to b6. So the king just goes straight left, the knight goes into W. And the bishop, well, the bishop just needs to do, whatever I need to do to take away the other squares that the king is trying to retreat. So I need to take away d7 here, so my knight goes to the next square in the W. Then my king goes to the next square in its straight line. And now the knight goes to the next square in the W. This move takes away b6. And now his king is threatening to come out to a6. So to stop that, I use the bishop on d3 to stop him from coming to a6. Now I want to play bishop to b5 to take away c6, but I can't, so I'll just wait a move. He can't come to d5, he can't come to c5, and he can't come to b5, and he can't come to b6. My knight takes away these squares, my bishop is taking away this diagonal, my king takes away this. So his next move is going to be king b7, so I'll just wait, and then I'll play the bishop here. So now the next move here is the king move, so I move my king to the left. Now he's threatening to come out on f7, so I use my bishop to take away f7. Now I use my bishop to take away e8. And now I need to take away b7, so my knight goes to the next square in the W to take away b7, so his king moves back to the right. So now I need to take away d8, so my knight moves to the next square in the W, b7. And my king moves to protect the knight now. So he's confined now after king b6. And, well, he's threatening to come out on d7, but I can check him. So he's confined now to the corner two squares. Next step, I need my knight to be on f6. My knight is going to deliver the fatal blow. So I move the knight. Now I need to transfer my bishop to a6. So in order to do that, I just play here and then here. Now, the final move is going to be knight c6 checkmate. To do that, I set it up with this check and then checkmate. That is the I got sort of an awkward initial position, but I hope I explained the procedure from going the corner to other corner well enough. Let me see, can I do that one again? Sure. Knight, bishop, knight. Where is that? Okay. This one should be easier. So, I already explained these moves. I want him to go to... My bishop and knight are not in harmony here. Alright, here we go. This is easier. Now I don't want to play king g6. This is stalemate, so you gotta watch out for that. You gotta let him have that breathing room. I'll temporarily allow him to come to the h file, but I'm gonna take away h5 with my bishop, so he doesn't really get away. So now I need to bring my knight. Remember, the knight starts out on f7, taking away the corner. So I'm gonna play here. And let's see. Bishop g6. Bishop g6 check. If he goes to h6, then I checkmate him with knight f7 mate. So he has to go to g8 or h8. Now I take away the corner. Now I waste a move, and then take away that. And you've already seen all these moves. Take away d7, move the king over, take away b6, take away a6, wait a move, take away c6, move the king over again, take away f7, take away e8, take away b7. Oh wait, no I didn't. Take away knight b7 check, take away d8, king over to protect, king over again, bishop check to drive him into the corner. Now I rear-at the knight when I get to c6. So there. Now I reposition the bishop so I can give the check. And I give the check, and I move. Okay, so yeah, so just for a bonus, I think I'll do a queen versus knight. This is another video that I made where I sort of, in the previous video that I made with queen versus knight, I sort of told you what not to do, but I didn't really outline a procedure. And again, I haven't read anything on this mate, but I sort of, by practicing it, I sort of figured out what the procedure is. This is a very safe mate in that there's no way for, unless you give up a knight fork and drop your queen, there's no way for black to achieve a position which is a draw. Unlike with the king and queen versus king and rook, it's possible to get to, if you play inaccurately, then your opponent can delay it so that you can't win in 50 moves. An inaccurate move sets you back like 10 or 20 moves in that kind of mate. And in king and knight versus king and rook, well, there are some positions where king and knight versus king and rook is a draw. And if the only times it's a win is where you can cut off the knight, from the king and win it. But if you can't do that and the knight gets close to the king, it's usually a draw. Here, the first move I want to play, first I want to check out for knight forks. There are none, obviously, because there are no knight checks. Secondly, I want to take away ranks from the king. The first move is going to be queen f4, which aims to take away the fourth rank. Alright, so now I need to move my queen because he is attacking it. So I'm just going to play... I'm just going to play queen h4. So I'm still taking away the fourth rank. Now I approach with my king. And, so I approach with my king. I want to approach on squares that are 2 squares diagonal away from the knight, because then it's hard for the knight to check my king. So I'm going to go to d2. And here, let's see. See, ideally I want to play my king to f3 here. So first I'll go to d3. And I cannot go to e3 here. This would be a terrible mistake because of knight to g2 check. So, man. Alright, my last move was a mistake. I'll just move back. And alright, here I will play queen to g3, taking away the third rank. And my next move is going to be like either queen d3 check or queen e3 check. So here he prevented queen e3 check, so I'll play queen d3 check, forcing his king to go back. And now I will play queen c4, taking away the fourth rank. So he's played knight f4, so I want to bring my king into f3. So I'll play here first. He'll put me in check. Now I'll go to f3 where there is no check. And now my idea is to play like queen e4 or queen f4 check. So here, like queen f4 check, And now I play the queen to g5, taking away the 5th rank. So the next step is to move my king in. I'm trying to get my king to d4. So, let's see. g3, and now king d4. And now this gives me queen d5 check. And now the next move is queen c6, taking away the 6th rank. Bring my king into e5. I'm on a roll now. Got a nice little rhythm here. So now queen f6 check. And now I want to take away the 7th rank with queen g7. Plays his knight to d7. The end is near. I'll play king to e6. He'll put me in check. And let's see. How do I want to meet this? If I want to play king d5, I think. Because if he plays knight d7, I'll play king d6. He played his knight to b7 instead. Alright, the problem with that is I just take knight. And now I play queen h7, forcing his king back towards my king. And now I'll simply oppose the king, so wherever he goes is mate in 1. So, that's just my demonstration of some basic checkmates. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it was more helpful to you than my previous videos on this subject. Thanks, have a good one.